I'm now on the proper side. I'm Don Matheson. I'm a former member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And I'm here today to talk live about the former Chief of Police, Evan Bray, that raped his own daughter's babysitter. The sad part about it, he has a son that's with the Saskatoon City Police. And just a few short weeks ago, over 100 police officers in Saskatoon did a thorough, magnificent job in searching a landfill. And I think we all understand what that involves and entails, that garbage is moved from one point to the other, and they were able to find part of a body. And I thank them for that. But here in Regina, some of these police officers can't even find and investigate their own ex-chief of police for raping his own daughter's babysitter. And as I said, I left with the new chief, Farooq Hassan Sheikh. And if he's any kind of a police chief, he will do a proper investigation with the documents I left him. A 10-year-old child could connect the dots with the documents I left him. So I'm wondering why this police force here is not investigating this rape. Recently, about less than a week ago, my former outfit, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, have brought a priest from down east, quite a ways east in Canada, to answer to a charge of rape over a 9-year-old girl. That man is here now. That's 60 years ago. There's no limitation of time on rape. So I don't know why Evan Bray just doesn't want to come forward and acknowledge what he did. But he chooses to hide and use everybody else to hide with. Right? There is no limitation on time on rape. As just I mentioned, a priest that sexually violated a young girl over 60 years ago. Well, Evan Bray's isn't back that far, so it's quite current. And Evan Bray is the voice of Saskatchewan right now. He was on massive billboards here. I spoke with the representative from Matheson, and they took those signs down 2 weeks ago. Well, they took the content off the signs. So who put this rapist up on a billboard, a massive billboard throughout this city in Saskatoon, but don't want to investigate it? Evan Bray is a rapist. And if I didn't have documents on that, I wouldn't be standing here telling you that. So what do we need to do to get the Regina Police Service to investigate one of their own and now their former chief? I've come another 500 miles to be here from my home in Alberta. Am I welcome? Of course I'm not. I'd like to give again, as I said, the Chief Farooq Hassan Sheikh the benefit of the doubt, but I had sent him 107 pages. He didn't step into the uniform until first part of December last year, and I had sent them directly to this police station. I'm not sure it was even finished yet, but Evan Bray still had a lot of weight there. So did they pick off the documents? So like I said, I'm going to give the new chief the benefit of the doubt that he didn't know. Well, now he knows. So is he going to Is he going to thoroughly investigate that? Isn't that what policemen are supposed to do? Okay. But I'd like to say to you, you as a civilian can walk into any police station anywhere in Canada, and if you have a report or an allegation that something isn't correct, 99% out of 100 of the police force will investigate it, and they will, if charges are necessary, they will be laid. And it will be a successful investigation. But 99 times out of 100, if it's a police officer that's involved, they're not going to investigate it. They don't investigate their own, they cover it up. And Evan Bray is a perfect example of this. Evan Bray also has a daughter here. She's with the EMT, Emergency Services. And what kind of position is her father putting her in every day that he does not acknowledge this? And it's the same with his son in Saskatoon. How does his son now investigate his dad? Well, the uniform says he has to. Well, that's a real nice predicament that Evan Bray has put his children into, isn't it? But Evan Bray doesn't care about anybody except himself. He's had ample opportunity to come forward and acknowledge this. And what I want to do now while I'm in Regina, I am offering a $10,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of their former chief of police, Evan Bray, who raped his own daughter's babysitter. That offer of $10,000 is guaranteed from me to any citizen that comes forward with information that can have him arrested and prosecuted successfully in a court of law for the rape of his own daughter's babysitter. The people that are not eligible for this money that I'm putting up, it's just coming out of my own pocket. I have some other groups that are prepared. They may want to raise it higher. Some of them have expressed they'd like to be involved in this. Right now I'm going to leave it at $10,000. But the Regina Police Service, anybody that's serving, is not eligible for this. I will even bend over a little bit to allow ex-Regina Police Service police officers, because I have no doubt that they have no allegiance to Evan Bray anymore. He can't hurt them anymore. He can't ruin their careers. So this offer extends even to civil servants that may have it, or outside police forces. And it extends to Crown prosecutors as well. And again, time is on my side, and it's on the justice side, not Evan Bray's. There is no limitation of time on rape. So I don't know how long he thinks he's going to hide. But it's a sad commentary on a current police force here in Regina that won't investigate this. So Chief Farooq Hassan Sheikh, I hope you're going to step up to this. This is in your ballpark now. This is your responsibility, Chief. Just up here in the distance, there's the Delta Hotel. And inside that hotel are the justice people. Two of them, ex-Regina police officers that I dealt with 2 years ago that threatened me with an arrest if I didn't tell them more about what went on. No, they want to hide it. One of these people are an ex-Regina Police Service officer who was himself charged with assault occasioning bodily harm. And I will never forget the interview I had with him. "What are you doing?" he said. "These people are friends of mine. I'll have you arrested if you don't tell me." And I thought, boy, oh boy, this is the Justice Department here in Regina? On a comment, there are a lot of things happening here right in Regina, but 2.5 years ago when I got here, I could not believe the corruption that exists in this city today by a few members of parliament that are currently, Don Morgan is not running anymore. He was the Attorney General. He held 5 different portfolios. How the hell does one man have that kind of control on a city? And he's even involved in other things now as of resigning. Wow. Anyways, I'm going to talk again before I leave Regina about this. I want to be in front of the legislative buildings there shortly to do the same. That building is a magnificent building. But because of some of the politicians I know that are involved in this cover-up, Christine Tell, Minister of Policing. Oh, I think she's the Minister of Environment now. She knew about this from the day it happened. She was a corporal at the time. Then they put her into the charge of the marshals. And they are heavily trying to replace the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. So it's just about every other province. It's a commitment that mayors and premiers are making. And when I talk about a mayor, this Sandra Masters is a real piece of work. I'm not going to say anything more about it. If I describe somebody as being a real piece of work, I don't have any more time for anything to say about them. So, I will be talking to you shortly from the legislative building in by Wascana Lake. And it's kind of a lot like the Parliament buildings in Ottawa. They're hallowed buildings, but what goes on inside is pretty hollow. And I don't think there's any difference here in this province or any other province. All right, so I'm going to sign off right now. This is Don Matheson live from Regina, Saskatchewan. Thank you.